everybody, how y'all doing? I have come to the conclusion that a lot of the stuff I like and a lot of stuff my channel has and stuff is a lot of stuff people disagree on. Hunting, fishing, outdoors, EDC, knives, guns, you're always wrong. That's what makes it good, you know what I'm saying? Which brought me back to something I want to revisit, which is kind of like bringing you back to begin with. I'm going back to revisit something. MB's EDC, MB_EDC. Yeah, had a one knife challenge for the month of September, and I honestly and sincerely, it's easy for you to say, honestly and sincerely gave this much thought, and well, I couldn't do it. To them fellers or fellerettes out there that's doing it and giving it a whirl, bless your heart. But it made me think more outside the box. Believe you me, I thunked about it for a little while. And what I come up with is a 1 of 4 challenge. Hold on, it ain't all the way cheating, okay? Give me a break here, okay? So, what I had devised was 1 of 4. 4 items that you always have in your EDC. One of them might be a Zippo lighter. See, sometimes I like to carry a Zippo lighter, and most of the time I just carry one of these little hot rod Bics. If that's one of the 4 items you carry, you can only choose one of them. It's got to be a Bic or it's got to be a Zippo. Sometimes I like to carry, the main 2 I carry is going to be my little Bond Arms Derringer. I just did a review on a couple of weeks ago. Or the Glock 19, which has been safety checked, because you know YouTube's kind of weird and anal about that stuff. But in this challenge, you can only carry one of them. You can't switch. Now for the real kicker. Edge stuff, knives, stuff with an edge, a blade. Anybody that watches this channel knows I change knives around and carry quite a few knives, and I change them around more than a lot of people change their drawers. You know, I take a modern knife. One day I might say, hey, I like that SOG Seal XR, is a heavy duty little monster knife. And the next knife I'll be like, I like the Mannix 2 Spyderco, and the next day I'm something else. See, you can only carry one of them. That's 3 of the items in my 1 of 4. You can only carry 1 of 4 items. Yeah, you can carry 4 items, but you have to stick with the same one of those 4. Yeah, and that last one is a slip joint pocket knife.
1 eternity later.
And that one is hard. And that segues me right into a mail call. I did a sticker swap with Mr. Michael Richter at Richter Knives. This Mr. Michael Richter at Richter Knives. Yep, Mr. Michael Richter. Well, not only we do a sticker swap, Mr. Michael Richter sent me an email. And in that email, he said, hey, man, thanks for the sticker swap. I'm sending you your stickers, and I got a little something else in there that I hope you really enjoy. He said, don't say no, don't, blah, blah, blah. I've already sent it. I just want you to enjoy it, carry it, yada, yada, yada. He said something to the effect of, I'm glad to send you your very first brand of this knife. And I'll be honest, I was dumbfounded. I'm like, holy smokes. So many people have sent me really awesome, nice stuff. It's humbling, you know. I've kind of, after all this time, I've run out of what to say, you know. To honor this awesome gift that Mr. Michael Richter sent to Cornbread me, I'm going to make it my slip joint, my one and only slip joint carry for a month. There are undoubtedly going to be people that when they see this, they say, oh my God, are you going to actually carry that? Said I'm going to carry it and I'm going to use it. I'm not going to abuse it. I'm not going to be like, you know, beating it with a stick or something. I'm going to use it the way you should. I'm going to use it the way you should use a slip joint. Y'all ready for this? I bet your minds aren't going to be as blown as mine was. Yep. It's a Great Eastern. Schaefer Farm Whittler. Goodness gracious. And it's, I don't know how you pronounce that. Is that Tootie cutlery? Tootie. Hold on, I'm going to Google this. Titty. I was so close to all around it. Got it now. If you use it right, Google can make you look pretty darn smart. I was all over it. It is the Schaefer Farm Whittler, old time split black spring whittler with spear point blade. From Tootie Cutlery. Yeah. 592322 Hummingbird Acrylic. Y'all ready to see this? Look at right here. I tell you, that is prettier than a bass boat. How sparkly that joker is. And you know, my simple mind, I could sit and do this and stare at all them little sparkles for an hour. And this knife is gorgeous on both sides. It kind of reminds me sort of like the color of a fish. Certain fish, well, they're certain kinds of fish. And one awesome thing, it has a spear point blade. Oh yes. I don't know why. Almost every 3-blade knife you can get has to have a clip point. I'm not a big clip point fan. They're usable. If you are, that's great, but I'm not huge about clip point. And then we have the sheep's foot. And I've already gotten some dust and stuff on it because, you know, I kind of did a little whittling with it. And a pin blade. Tootie Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. Well, at least now I know how to pronounce that. Man, don't she pretty? Yeah, she get you too. Yeah, I have to give a public service announcement right here. Now, I have long been a knife nut since I was 8 years old and got my first knife, and I still have that knife and a whole bunch of them along the way. I've given away a lot of knives. I've sold and traded a few knives, but the bulk of them I still have, and it's kind of an embarrassing number. But I never understood the whole GEC infatuation because, you know, GEC, they'll have a knife drop and folks go in and they buy these knives up and then they list them on eBay and they're 300, 350, 400. I mean, they go. Now, it's not that I don't have a ton of respect for these folks. And this knife company, they make some insane stuff. But to me, I can buy a GC. You know, I could go buy a GC tomorrow if I really wanted to. But then it's going to cut my knife budget drastically over the next month and a half, 2 months, you know. So if I wanted to add a knife every month or two, yeah, that'd be great. And now I'm kind of starting to consider it. Because in all honesty, once you get one of these suckers in your hands, you kind of start to understand what it's about. And I'm starting to understand what it's about. Now, I'm not downing anybody, don't anybody's head explode, but I just say, you know, when you get the GEC in your hand, the quality, everything about the knife, the little particular, the small stuff, the way, everything about it. It reminds you of other American companies, the way they used to make knives. That's all I'll say. So, I mean, it's not a small knife. That's my Sasquatch hands. That's 4 fingers, you know. It's not a small knife, but it's not a gigantic knife. It's a great size. And I'll just be honest, I've been carrying this thing around for a couple of days now. Just kind of getting the feel of it. And, listen. Knappability. I gotta stand corrected in my assessment of GEC knives. You know, I completely get it now. I mean, it's, you know me, I'm kind of a rough dude. My hands are always stained up. I'm the dude, you know. And I always look at stuff like, you know, like the 75 pattern Stockman, the case Stockman, the full size sod buster, some of the big fixed blades I like, and, you know, different things like that, you know, manly man stuff. But dude, you know, when you lay something in your hands that's just pure quality and nice. At this point, I'll be Michael Richter, man. Thank you. I mean, that seems so shallow just to say thank you, but that's all I can say. I mean, I appreciate this. This is another one of those knives that will never go anywhere. It's gonna stay with old. I might even ask him to put a casket with me. Just kidding. Maybe. Really sweet. Thank you, Michael. And if that were the end of the story, I'd be tickled pink. You know what? It's not the end of the story. Because with it, Michael Richter sent me one of his Boss sheaths. Slips. It's a Michael Richter slip, Richter knives. Got my tongue twisted around my teeth, couldn't see what I was saying, but yep. I have a question for Mr. Richter, or anybody out there who may know. Is this a stamp or a branding iron? Or how in the world does he get that? Because the stamp, everything I have used, either comes out too deep, or it's deeper on one side than the other side, and it's never that sharp and neat looking. But it goes to say everything for this. Look at the stitching. My goodness. The corners, everything about it is so perfectly symmetrical, and golly mater. Some parts of me want to get this good one day, but I don't know. And the leather is so soft. It feels so good. Another question. What kind of leather is this? I'm going to pick everybody for their secrets. Watch this. Beautimous. So, my one slip joint on this challenge, check. Thank you, Michael, man. I don't know what to say about this. That is just above and beyond. Now you might say, okay, you got your slip joint. Well, the rest of the stuff I done kind of hinted at and alluded to. Yeah, that's a fail. Doing it left-handed. I know. Bad excuse, better no excuse. Switch to the right hand, you know. Spyderco Manix 2 XL. This is another knife that's kind of not controversial. A lot of people hate it. Yeah, how y'all see my hand? Sometimes I forget to cover up the camera, but anyway, a lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love to hate it. I don't know. I love it. I have thought many times about the modern knives, and this knife is so drop shutty. you're not careful, it'll bounce back open. But I thought about modern knives. What is your favorite modern knife? I started to do some videos like that. I'm like, man, that's hard. It's hard for me to say. That's like picking a favorite between you youngins, you know. I've made my decision. My favorite modern knife is the Spyderco Manix 2 XL. Yeah, it's big. It's not huge. It's by far not heavy, but you know, it is so slicey. She's a cutter. I say she's a cutter. Sometimes you need a bigger knife, you know. I think about Gene Moe when he killed that Kodiak brown bear with his buck 110. If it had that, he probably wouldn't have had to stab him 64 times. He could probably got by with about 52. And my little buddy, y'all hear him back there? My little buddy on his 4-wheeler. Bless his heart. And you know, as far as my pew-pew goes, yep, Glock 19. I'm going to give my Derringer a rest for a little while. And this is bone stock Glock 19. Nothing at all special about it. The only thing I did do a couple things. Yes, safety check. I know I've told you fellers and fellerettes before, but if you ever want an awesome set of night sights, so, you know, the kind you can see at night, them that it never wants to focus on, they don't look like much in the daylight, but they're Trigicon tritium sights. They're radioactive. That might explain what's going wrong with my head, I don't know. Now I struggled on what my fourth item will be. And yeah, it's kind of tough. Lighter. That's a hard decision, because you know, like, as Terry, you know, Terry's knives and man stuff, as he would say, man needs far. See, pretty much, you can't leave your far behind, but I don't want to leave my other hickey behind. I know what we'll do. Change the title of this video to the 1 of 5. Yeah, that's what we'll do. There's always an answer. So the fourth item is easy to answer now. Yep, I like a bright colored, something that shows up, if you drop it and things. And has orange duct tape on it, which helps you start a fire. And you got a little hook paracord there that's duct taped on in case you know you might want to hang it on a hook while you're doing something, or you know, like you lighting your grill. Heck, you could stick it over there on a peg on your grill if your igniter's gone. But I don't know. Number 4 is going to be this green Bic customized sort of lighter. Of course, last but definitely not least. Yep, Mike's Life gifted me the first good, really good multi-tool I've ever had, and it was a Leatherman PST, one of the first ones. And I started carrying it, and it really sunk me when I started carrying it to work and seeing how useful it is having that one tool on your side all the time. And you know how many times it saved me trips across the plant, the company I'm working for, to go to my toolbox and get something, you know, a pair of needle nose or a screwdriver and stuff. So I have become a multi-tool addict. Well, I've retired my PST from Work Life, and it's now my nice little double slip that I got from Aaron at AW Custom Designs, along with a couple other things. And that's I'm going out to eat, going to church, that kind of, my Sunday go to meeting carry. My work carry now has a Gerber 600 something in it. I love it. It's a killer tool. But the Gerber, my opinion, in no way compares to the Leatherman rebar. I don't mean the Gerber no way compares. The biggest difference, and one of my criteria I absolutely love, is having a saw. Yep, just me, folks. But yeah, this is number 5 and the final item. Anyway, I digress. We're talking about the 5 main components of EDC. You can only pick one of each, and you got to carry it the whole month. and gonna do this in October. Because MB My Bear underscore EDC from over in Europa, he's got the tag only one knife in September. I can't remember what the tag was. Go look at his channel, it's easy to see. MB My Bear underscore EDC. I want to throw a quick honorable mention in here, and there's a video coming up on this, so I'm not going to show you much about it, but I have finally found a EDC fixed blade that covers all the bases. It's not too heavy, not too big, and is absolutely perfect. And it almost became number 5, but I cannot leave my Leatherman out of it. That's this one right here. More to come on it later though. Perfect size, perfect. Okay, so we started with a 4-in-1 carry. All right. So you carry the same 4 things for a month, and then I couldn't do that, so went to 5-in-1. All right, I finally got it. I've settled. This is why I don't do open tags, because I taught myself out everything, and I make it harder than it has to be. All right, however many things you want to carry. If you want to carry a Bowie knife and a slip joint and 8 slip joints in each pocket and a whatever, sling a steel chainsaw over your shoulder. If anybody got any ideas on this, chime in. Yep. Let's come up with something. Carry the same thing for the whole month of October. Maybe. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, really didn't get anywhere with this, other than I got to show you that awesome knife that Michael Richter sent me. Yeah, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to narrow everything down to this, and this, and that's what I'm going to carry the whole month of October. I dare you to do the same thing. Well, I guess I'm going to get going. And yeah, I've been making this video. You notice the shadows have become really long since I've been doing this. I've been installing that Elon Musk Starlink internet here at the house. My son bought it and has had it in his closet for quite a while. So now we're going to get it up. Go from 25 meg to 100 meg upload and download speeds. Yeah, if you know what that means, how about jot it down in the notes, so in the comments, so we both will. Yep, that's what she looks like. And it goes, and it finds the satellites, and yeah. Got a good bit to do here. And I got to pressure wash the back side of the house. I got the front and both sides done last weekend, so tomorrow I'll be pressure washing some more. See that? That old blacky stuff. Well, I get to talk to y'all again. Remember, 1 EDC set up in October. Let me know if you game, or let me know what your ideas are. Peace. God bless.